Hello folks, today we are back out on Cayuga Lake, only this time we are trying a different launch. This is the famous mud lock. This is lock number 1 on the Seneca Cayuga Canal system. And there's a nice little boat launch right here. Plenty of places to park trailers with a dock that comes out. And it was fairly easy to get the kayak in. And I have not actually tried this place before. I fished from shore here my entire life. My dad used to fish here when he was a little kid, and he started taking me when I was little. And I felt it was only fitting to finally get out here on the kayak and try some of the harder to reach areas. But I'm excited to get underway. We're gonna start over here, past the lock. There is a river that runs down below to the left of the canal. This is the first time, I think in probably a year and a half, I have not had my topwater rod with me. I actually left the classic whopper plopper setup at home. I still have whopper ploppers. You better believe I brought them with me, but I did not bring that specific pull. I actually brought 2 pulls geared towards crankbaits today. And I haven't done a lot of cranking so far this year, so I've got 2 crankbait pulls. We've of course got the worm set up. We have a jig pull. And we have one pull with braided line, 50-pound braided line, and I actually got the spinnerbait on that, and that's what we've caught all of our spinnerbait fish on. All right, we're gonna give this a go. It's got to start out with a worm. Start out simple. We just got back from our 1,000 Island trip literally yesterday. So I of course wanted to torture myself and drive another hour and a half to be able to get back on a kayak and spend an entire day baking on a kayak. Cause I'm just that into fishing, I guess. A practice that I've gotten into since I've started kayaking is I generally try and stay around the launch for at least a little while after I've launched on the kayak, just to make sure there's no problems with the boat. The Vibe Yellowfin 100 is pretty thick. It does have the roto molded hull, but you know, things can happen, especially when you're dragging it up a concrete ramp with a boat launch. So in general, I try to stay close by for at least a bit. Well, there's either a bald eagle or an osprey right up in that nest right now. Oh, there's 2 of them. There's a pair. There's something like 70 bald eagles in the area around Montezuma and the surrounding spots, and I think this is included in that. Oh! I can't tell if he's upset at me or the little birds that keep buzzing the nest. Well, there is a little fish over there. It's not a bass, but there is fish underneath that tree. No, really? Oh, that was a good fish. I don't know how we lost him. I don't think I've lost a fish like that in quite a while. That was pulling pretty decent. I don't think he's gonna bite again, but maybe there's more over there. Well, we can always come back to this side later on. But for right now, I want to go check out the dock situation. Hey, there's one. All right, there's a little one. I don't know if he's quite a foot. We're gonna check. We're gonna at least take a look. That is 13. That's a 13. All right, just big enough. Decent little start. All right. What I'm trying to do is I'm sticking to the areas that don't have the no fishing signs. There's some older docks and stuff around here that do not have them. And that's actually where we caught that fish. It's just right over there. I see you. There's a bass just went under my boat. Little, he was little. Well, maybe there is fish over here. Hang on a second. Oh wait, someone grabbed it. Some did grab it. Oh, way too soon. All right, that's better. There is bass over here. All right, that's more like it. That is a better fish. All right, that one's 15 1/4. All right, buddy, time to let you back. All right, that was fun. Had no idea he was on. And he had no idea he was on until it was too late. Well, I keep thinking I'm gonna move and go over to the railroad, but that was a much better fish. I might stick around here for at least a little bit. Oh my goodness, that is a giant Rocky. That's the biggest rock bass possibly of my life. Okay, I'm actually happy about that one. Look at the size. Look at the size of this rock bass. Oh my gosh. We're putting him on the board, I think. I think we're gonna get him on the board. 9 1/2. We're gonna do a board release because he wants to stab me. He wants to stab me. All right, that was cool. 9 1/2 inch Rocky. That is the biggest one I've ever measured. Honestly, I was kind of just as excited about that giant rock bass as I was that 15-inch bass we caught. I'm hoping we get some bigger bass here, but the Rocky, that was a cool thing. I know I'm normally not excited at all to catch a rock bass. I know I've said in the past they don't count. But when they get that big, that's a pretty cool fish. This place is loaded with giant rock bass. That one's not quite as big, but that is still a pretty fish. Still a pretty fish. Well, I just threw it right into the garbage over there. I'm gonna wait and see if it sinks, if it actually will sink beneath the surface. to see if something will actually grab it, and I don't think it did. There was so many fish in that corner over there, I had to try it once. Now I did kind of just clear a little path, but that's how much stuff we're talking about. That's a lot. I think I see our path that we're gonna take today if we can make it over there. I'm going real slow. I honestly haven't gone that far away from the launch. But at least we had some luck. I mean, so far I can't complain. So far it's been a successful fishing trip on Cayuga Lake. I've had much worse days out on the kayak, a couple of which you guys have seen on those windy days on Canadice Lakes and Hemlock Lakes. Hey, I don't think he's gonna make a foot, but at least it's a fish. At least that's a fish. Okay, I was right about this dock. We don't want to snap the pole in half though, so we're gonna get some clearance before we do anything about him. There's no way that's I gotta measure it, right? I just want to see how close. How close is that? That's much smaller than anything we've caught. It's bigger than the rock bass. Okay, so it's just a hair over 11. Not the size we need, buddy. But thank you anyways. No! Grabbed it right away. No. There's fish under this dock, they're just not the right ones. All right, another Rocky. Well, I think so far today we found that they've been shallow. I think I've caught more fish shallow than deep for sure. All right, last dock. I thought this looks cool. This old decaying dock over here. This is a cool spot. Wanted to try this out, and then we're gonna go to where I've been wanting to go for a while now. But we've done okay on the docks. I can't complain about around the docks today. All right, finally I got it right under there. Something's gonna hit it. It's gonna hit it on this cast. And then we'll do one underneath the other, like the overhang for where I'm assuming they used to keep the boat. Then we're making our long trip. For me, it's very long. If somebody had a pedal drive or a motor, it wouldn't be too bad, but for me, it's a bit of a pain. But I'm willing to make it because there's one. That's a keeper. Come on. Hey. All right. All right. Boy, that's a lot smaller than I thought, guys. No. It might be a foot. I don't know. Just. Okay, we got it. Fish number 3. I'm really trying to get a limit today, guys. That is just 12, guys. All right. If we don't end up doing good back at the old spot, we could potentially come back this way and fish a few docks on the way back. But as far as dock fishing experience, we definitely got some more. And we pulled out a couple fish, couple small fish. Didn't really end up with anything too huge from around the docks themselves. It was actually in between the docks that we had the better luck. But I want to kind of change things up. I've been throwing the worm a lot. And I mean, like every time I go fishing, that's all I'm throwing basically. So I wanted to change it up and go to a spot where I knew things like spinner baits and crankbaits can produce. And that's the back side of this railroad area. We have caught some mighty big bass over there, and I'm ready to change it up. I don't know why these things are here. I probably should read up on it. I like knowing about stuff like that. But in the meantime, it's a great spot to skip a Senko under. These things have to be filled with bass, right? Gotta be. Have to be filled with big fish. From here, the lake looks like it is just gonna be okay. All right, all 5 poles are down. We don't want to suddenly stop and hear a snapping noise. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Oh, there is a bass boat. All right. All right, let's see what we got. I might do this section twice. Yeah, this is as calm as it's been in a long time over here. Whoa! Whoa! That was a pike or a pickerel. Still around? Never been able to figure 8 a fish before. Would love to see it happen. No. Okay, so the pike like it. I think if I had had another few feet to reel it in, that fish would have grabbed it. He actually did hit it. He hit it with his nose, but I think he stopped when he saw me. There we go. Okay, that might do. That looks like it might do. All right, we got a crankbait fish. I think literally that's the first one this year. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that will do nicely. Well, we may hit this stretch. We may be hitting this stretch more than just once more. We may not have to switch baits. That's a pretty decent bass. That's the best one we've gotten in a while. That is a 14 1/4. All right, 14 1/4, we'll take it. Very cool. All right, well, that was fun. I think he hit that pretty deep. I don't think he hit that right up near the shore. There's one. No! Oh, that would have been the limit. That would have been a limit. I could tell he was big enough. Definitely big enough. I'm not gonna boat flip a fish that's got, it was small enough, right? So it was small enough. Was not gonna boat flip a fish with a crankbait. There's just no way. I don't want to get multiple treble hooks in my calf. Oh, I can't believe we were that close. That's what happens to me though. I'm gonna try and seal the deal today. We still have time. We've got a decent amount of time. But that's usually what happens to me, guys, is that I get that fifth fish all lined up and then boom, comes right off the line. Oh, man. That felt real good. That's why I felt real good. Look at all that. Yeah. That's a big green fish. Not the green fish we're after. That's one. Ooh. Get in the net. He's half out of the net because he's caught on the crankbait. All right. Whew, that was a little sketchy, but he's in the net. We don't have him on the board yet. Hey, attaboy. All right. Now we're probably gonna lose him overboard because that would be my luck. Before I do another thing, I'm gripping him by the lip until the last possible second. Close the mouth. Measured. Woo! All right. That's the first time I've ever gotten a limit from a kayak, guys. That's the first time I've ever measured a limit. That is cool. What is he? He's trying to escape is what he's trying to do. Oh, buddy. Let's get you back in the water. You're 14 3/4 inches. Nice fish. There's my limit fish, guys. That is exciting. Awesome. I think we're going to keep using this lure for a little bit. All right, buddy. Well, if you guys still don't believe that fish in Cayuga Lake go crazy for perch color lures, I don't know what to tell you. I've done all I can. So this is a size 7 jointed shad wrap from Rapala. This one you can actually get at Walmart. I mean, I think most stores sell this particular one, but Walmart gets these in bulk. This is like the one color that they always have in stock. So if you're coming out to Cayuga Lake, you definitely need one of these, or, you know, multiple ones, because in case you lose one, you got to have a backup. But this thing has literally gotten us the limit today. So I am super stoked to keep fishing with this lure for a bit. Well, this is like a year and a half in the making. Second year of kayaking, this is the first day I've ever gotten a limit off my kayak. That is just, that's insane. It's a good feeling to finally have it done, but wow, did it take a long time. It's sad to say, but I think I would have caught more fish today if I had just come here first. But, you know, I can't say that. I caught 2 and missed 1 in under an hour, I think. Or just over an hour? Just over an hour I caught 2 and missed 1 over here. I caught 3 in 3 hours over in the other area. So, I don't know. It is hard to say. At least I got some more dock fishing experience though. That was a big thing. Always trying to improve my skills. It's not just about going out and catching the fish. I mean, that's the funnest part, obviously, but I've got to try and improve where I can and get in those practice reps for doing things like skipping under docks and stuff like that. It's just got gunk on it. No, that's a fish. Oh, I thought that was junk. Oh, I've had that happen before too, and I've lost a fish that way. That I don't think is going to be a call, but I'm still happy about it. Never not going to be happy to catch a fish here. Yeah, no. We're not going to measure you, bud. But thanks for the fun nonetheless. Well, that's 4 bites on the Rapala Shad Wrap. So it is definitely a crankbait bite right now. Well, it looks like the bite may be changing a little bit. Maybe it'll be a spinnerbait time, or back to a worm, or or even a jig. We haven't caught anything on the jig today. All right, old friend, let's see if we can work some magic again. Oh, first cast, guys. I think that was a pike, by the way. I don't think that hit like a bass whatsoever. That hit so violently. Can we get him to hit again? I guess we gotta hang around this tree at least for a minute. Gosh, that was by far the hardest hit all day. Like, there's no competition. Oh, better. I can barely hold my net anymore. I'm getting so tired. Oh, that's a problem. I can't even pick the net up. Oh. I couldn't keep enough pressure on him. He wasn't a big fish. That's the issue I'm running into with my my spinning rods. I have them to where they are they're really heavy duty, you know. I mean, I got it set up for those 5-pounders from this lake, you know. So when a little one grabs it, it's not always an easy thing to get them in. Get in there, you. All right, new species for the year. If he stays in. Hey, that's enough of that. I ain't gonna grip him by the gill plate. He's a tiny guy, but we do want to get a good picture of him here, because this, I think, is a very pretty fish. No, we don't want to drop him. Hey, 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 I know. There we go. Yeah, I know. You're a big, mean, nasty fish. You're gonna get a lot bigger someday. All right, buddy. All right, well, that was exciting. Wasn't expecting that. Can add that to the species list for the year. A nice chain pickerel. If you ever wonder if you've gotten a chain pickerel, all you gotta do is look at the side of the body, and if it looks like it is a chain link fence. That's why chain pickerel looks like a chain link fence versus a northern pike. It's more of like spots on it versus fairly cohesive lines on a chain pickerel. Oh, there was another fish just came up and hit it. I think it was probably another pike or pickerel. That might be a colt. I probably should have. Yikes. Well, I think that's gonna call. Buddy, you got a hole right through your bottom lip. All right, that is 13 3/4. All right, buddy, let's get you back in. That's a cull. That called up 1 3/4 inches. Oh boy. Ugh. He swam into the net. He swam into the net. I think that's big fish of the day. I think it's big fish of the day. Mistakenly swam into the net, fish. You made a mistake, and I'm making several right now, so I can't talk. Ugh. Yes. Yes, that is a Cayuga Lake bass. Very nice. Not a giant, but a very nice fish. Well, I want to throw the spinnerbait, but we just caught 2 fish in 2 casts with the worm. Yeah, no, that cold. That's a 15 3/4. That's a nice fish. That's the one we were waiting all day for right there. Hopefully there's a few more out there. He fought so hard. He fought really hard. All right, buddy, time to let you go. Woohoo! All right, now we got to clean the lens off. I deserve that one. How am I going to stop for the night? How am I going to tell myself to stop when I need to stop? That's a bigger one, I think. Oh. Okay. Okay. No, it's about the same. But we're gonna measure it because we need to call some more 13s, I think. Oh, oh. Calm down, bud. Yes. I don't know, that might be a bigger fish. Oh yeah, no, that's the big one. 16 and a half. All right, buddy, thanks for the fun. Wow, that is why I love Cayuga Lake. Well, the spinnerbait came through. It finally came through for us with a bass. Something hit it real good, was walking off with it. I guess I didn't give him time to eat it. Whew, we've gone through a little bit of a stretch with no hits. That's all right. Hopefully we can get one last fish. I wanna end the night strong. Doesn't even have to be the biggest one. Just want to try and end it on a positive note. I mean, we're not ending the day on a negative note no matter what. We've done so good today. Not only did I get my first limit, but I called like 2 or 3 times. I think 3 times. All right, guys, last couple of trees. Got 2 trees left, and then we're gonna be calling it, I think. Because it has been a long day. I've been on the water already over 7 hours. I'm close to 7.5 hours, I think, on the water. Hey, that's how to end the day. All right, guys, that was an exciting day. Things are a little shaky to start off with. We were averaging probably, I don't know, fish every hour to hour and a half to start off with. And then we had that real good burst after about 5 o'clock. Actually, between 4 and 6, I think we caught 7 fish. Between 4 and 6 or 6:30, we caught 7 fish. I almost had that one there at the end. Would have loved to have at least seen how big it was, because it looked like it was pretty good. But it ended up really messing up the pole. I don't actually know what happened, but yeah, I'm probably gonna have to put new line on that pole. Maybe I'll get away with a few more fishing trips before I have to do that. But at any rate, that was an awesome day of fishing. This run that I'm doing right now is it's a pretty big run. I don't know if I would make this decision again, as to go from that launch at the mudlock all the way over to where the railroad tracks are. I'd probably want to launch at Harris Park again and keep these trips separate, because honestly there is a lot of action around the docks. I guess I'm just not quite as experienced at that kind of fishing yet. I think other people could probably capitalize on it a little bit more. But at any rate, still an awesome day. First time I've ever got a limit from a kayak, and we actually called several times. So I honestly couldn't be happier. And I want to thank you all for joining me on this adventure today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all take care.